Have you ever really stopped to think about what a watch is? I mean, beyond just telling time, it's like this tiny universe on your wrist, right? A story, engineering, art. It's fascinating. Today, we're doing a deep dive into some of the most, let's say, cool and unusual watches from the last, 9 years or so. We've sifted through a whole bunch of sources looking for those really standout pieces, the designs, the tech, the stories behind them. Our goal, to give you a shortcut to understanding what makes these timepieces just unforgettable.
You really hit on something there. Watches stopped being just tools a long, long time ago. If you think about the big picture, back in the 16th century, pocket watches started appearing. But they were pure status symbols, only for the nobility. Then, moving into the 19th century, things got way more intricate. Design became just as important, maybe more so than just telling the time. And then World War I, that was a huge turning point. Suddenly, wristwatches were essential for soldiers coordinating attacks. When those soldiers came home, the wristwatch came with them into everyday life. Fast forward to the Art Deco era, the 20s and 30s, you get these really bold, avant-garde designs. And by the 50s, you have brands like Rolex defining adventure, pushing boundaries, setting things up for that, well, what people call the golden age of luxury watches, maybe 65 to 75. Even when digital watches exploded in the 80s and 90s, that classic mechanical watch, it never lost its shine. It's still about craft, legacy.
That's such a great overview. It really sets the scene for what's happening now because, honestly, some of the most amazing watches, the ones that really make you look twice, have come out pretty recently. Let's jump right into 2023 because unforgettable here doesn't just mean, the priciest or the most famous brand. Sometimes it's a really daring design or an unexpected team up or just craftsmanship that genuinely takes your breath away.
Exactly. And 2023 really had that diversity. Like, take the Van Cleef & Arpels Ludo Secret Watch. Now, that is a masterclass in elegance hiding in plain sight. Lots of people called it one of the best ladies' watches last year. It's based on their Ludo bracelet, which dates way back to 1934, super iconic. But the secret part, the actual watch dial, is hidden, tucked away under this ribbon of 18-karat gold. And that ribbon is just, dripping with diamonds, sapphires, mother of pearl. It's stunning. Inside, it's got a Swiss quartz movement, which makes sense here. It's reliable, accurate, and lets them keep the design really sleek and compact. The key thing, I think, is how it blends high jewelry with this hidden practical function. It's both dazzling and discreet. A real wearable artwork with a secret.
A secret watch, I love that. There's something so personal about it. But then you go to the complete other end of the scale, something like the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Cactus Jack. That collaboration made huge waves, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. A total showstopper. Teaming up with Travis Scott, that got everyone talking. The first thing you notice is the case material. It's ceramic, durable, lightweight, but it was the first time AP used it for the main case on a Royal Oak like this. So that's a big deal. It really signals this blend of, top-tier watchmaking with contemporary street culture. And the dial is open-worked, so you can see right into the mechanics. The bridges and plates have this unique brown finish for the Cactus Jack edition. Inside is the caliber 5832. It's automatic, and it has a perpetual calendar.
Perpetual calendar. That's the one that knows leap years, right?
Exactly. Knows the month lengths, leap years, everything. You basically don't have to adjust it until the year 2100. Pretty amazing tech. They only made 200 of them. The retail was around $200,000, but on the secondary market, PFT, prices shot way past $500,000 almost instantly.
Wow.
Yeah, it just shows the power of that kind of collaboration and sheer exclusivity in today's luxury world.
So it becomes this instant collector's item, almost a cultural artifact.
Yeah.
Incredible. What else from 2023 stood out for maybe a different kind of cool?
Well, for something more, let's say, classically innovative, the Patek Philippe Calatrava Travel Time Ref 5224R001 was really something. It's got this beautiful mix of modern tech and really traditional, elegant design. You've got the rose gold case, these very distinctive curved two-tier lugs, and this lovely blue nubuck leather strap. Feels classic, but also modern. The dial is this deep navy blue, and the clever part is the 24-hour display and the second time zone feature. It's super intuitive for travelers. No fiddling around with AM/PM.
So really practical for someone who travels a lot.
Exactly. And it's powered by their self-winding caliber 31260 PS FUS 24H. Super precise, reliable. What Patek does so well here is innovate quietly, They created this highly functional watch for travelers, but it's still incredibly refined, a real reserved conversation starter, as we sometimes say.
That's a great way to put it. So 2023 gave us hidden elegance, celebrity hype, and refined practicality. Quite a year. It really shows that innovation is just constantly evolving. Which makes me curious about the years right before that, 2022, 2021. What were the highlights then?
Good question. Moving back a bit, yeah, 2022 and 2021 kept that momentum going. Lots of different ideas popping up. From 2022, one that definitely made a splash was the Hublot Square Bang Unico. Hublot's known for their art of fusion, right? And usually their big bang is round, so doing a square case was a pretty bold move for them.
A square hublot. Okay, that is different.
Yeah, and it's got that open work dial, so you see the Unico movement ticking away inside. They offered it in titanium, black ceramic, even 18K gold, and still water resistant to 100 meters. I think the interesting thing here is how they took their signature, modern, kind of macho style and successfully put it into a totally different shape. Shows you can reinvent icons. Then you had the Hermès Arceau de Temps Voyageur. Now, this is pure style, but with a useful complication. A 2-time zone travel watch. The dial is this beautiful galvanized blue, but it's not just blue. It has these lacquered oceans on it, taken from an Hermès scarf design called Planisphère d'un Monde Équestre.
Wow, so like on your wrist.
Pretty much. A very artistic map. It shows 24 time zones, and there's this lovely little touch. Instead of just Paris, it marks 24 FBG for the address of the main Hermès store. It's a great example of a fashion house bringing real artistry and proper watchmaking together. A travel watch that's also like a mini art piece. And speaking of art, the Dior Grand Soir Libellule from 2022 was just exquisite. Completely unique, inspired by dragonflies. White gold case, diamonds everywhere, and on the dial, this incredible gold dragonfly set with emeralds, sapphires, amethyst, even tiny bits of mother of pearl and real feathers.
Feathers on a watch dial.
Feathers. It's basically haute couture for the wrist. It really pushes the boundary between watchmaking, jewelry, and pure art.
Okay, 2022 sounds like it was all about unexpected shapes and pure artistic expression. What about 2021? Was the focus different?
Yeah, 2021 had some seriously impressive technical achievements, like the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Perpetual Calendar Ultra Thin. The cool factor here is pure engineering brilliance. It's incredibly slim, just over 8 millimeters thick.
8 millimeters for a perpetual calendar. That's tiny.
It is. And it still packs in moon phases and that perpetual calendar we talked about, handling leap years automatically. Plus, it has this gorgeous blue opaline dial, 18-karat white gold case. It just screams Vacheron Constantin's heritage. They've been making complex watches since, 1755? The takeaway is combining that extreme complexity with being ultra-thin, making high-end watchmaking genuinely wearable day to day. And then, for the real physics buffs out there, the Vianney Halter Deep Space Resonance.
Okay, that name alone sounds cool.
It is cool. It's a triple-axis tourbillon. So the escapement, the heart of the watch, spins on 3 different axes to fight gravity's effect on accuracy.
Right, tourbillons are complex.
But triple axis.
Exactly, and it gets wilder. It uses acoustic coupling, basically. Resonance between 2 balance wheels. It's inspired by work done centuries ago by the legendary Abraham Louis Breguet. This watch took years and years of R&D. It's a real testament to independent watchmaking. Vianney Halter is a pioneer. It's like a love letter to physics and watchmaking history. Wow, the Vianney Halter sounds absolutely mind-bending. Acoustic coupling, 3 axes. It makes you appreciate the sheer mechanical genius involved. Even with all our digital stuff, there's just something undeniably special about these intricate machines. Okay, let's zoom out a bit further, back to 2020, and then maybe touch on highlights right back to 2015. Give us a sense of that whole stretch. What were the big themes?
Looking back at that period, say 2020 down to 2015, you really see this amazing variety. Brands looking back at their history, but also trying totally new things. In 2020, for example, Breitling brought back the Top Time Limited Edition. A really cool retro bow tie dial design. It was inspired by a 1968 original, actually designed by the famous Gerald Genta, 41mm steel case. Had famous fans back in the day like JFK, Buzz Aldrin.
Ah, so tapping into that vintage.
Exactly, that enduring appeal of old school style, but with modern mechanics. Also in 2020, Dior did the Grand Bal Masqué. This one was inspired by Christian Dior's crazy Ball of the Century costumes. Think dancing basques, jewels, feathers, right there on the watch face. Continuing that watch-as-high art idea, go back to 2019, and you get something totally different. The MB&F HM7 Aquapod.
MB&F, they do the really wild stuff, right?
The wildest. This one looked like a jellyfish, seriously. Transparent case, you see everything inside. They've done watches like spaceships, robots. The point with MB&F is how they completely throw out the rule book on what a watch should look like. It's kinetic sculpture as much as a timepiece. Then 2018, you still had icons going strong. The Rolex GMT Master 2, still super popular. Celebs like David Beckham wearing it. That dual time zone display, the independent 24-hour hand, the oyster steel and gold. It just works. It shows the power of a truly functional classic design. Dior was busy in 2018 too with the Grand Soir skeleton. Skeletonized means the dial is open so you see the movement inside. Plus it was set with like 48 diamonds, showing off the mechanics and the bling. 2017 had a fun one from Hublot, the Big Bang referee.
For football referees, really?
Designed specifically for FIFA refs, had a red, yellow, green dial setup, soccer ball shape to the case. Philippe Stark even had a hand in the design. It just highlights how watches can be super specialized, built for a specific job, but still have that bold design DNA.
That is quite a range.
Yeah.
From jellyfish to referee tools. What about the trends around, say, 2016?
2016, especially around London Fashion Week, gave some interesting signals. Hublot, again, with the Big Bang broderie sugar skull. It featured actual embroidery on the dial, with lurex threads, this cool skull design, and arabesque strap. They called it confident femininity. Really unique. Chopard had the Happy Fish métier d'art, glowing red jasper dial, gold leaf fish, those famous moving diamonds, mother of pearl sapphires, pure artistry. Gucci offered the Diamantissima, focusing on their classic repeating diamond pattern. Very elegant, confident. But the bigger trend, highlighted in reports like the Wealth Report around 2015, was twofold. Watches were getting a bit larger overall, and crucially, women were buying more luxury watches.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, the share of women's watches in the market reportedly jumped from about 20% in the mid-90s to around 35% by then. It showed a real shift women as serious collectors, not just wearing watches as jewelry.
That's a significant shift, recognizing women driving the market. Okay, final stop. Let's go back to the big Geneva show, SIHH, in 2015. What turned heads then?
Oh, 2015 was packed with innovation. Cartier showed the Ballon Bleu Certi Vibrant, the cool part. 123 diamonds set en tremblant.
En tremblant, what's that?
It means to tremble in French. The diamonds are mounted on tiny springs so they shimmer and sparkle with the slightest movement. It's an old jewelry technique, really dazzling on a watch. Jaeger-LeCoultre had the duometer Spheritor Billion Moon. Get this, its moon phase display was supposedly accurate to within 1 day every 3,877 years.
3,000. Okay, that's insane precision.
Right, just pushing the limits of mechanical accuracy. Montblanc had the Villeray Tourbillon Cylindric Geospheres Vasco da Gama. Its unique feature, 2 little globes on the dial that actually rotated to show world time, like a mini mechanical Earth on your wrist. Panerai did something interesting with the Radiomir 47mm 3 days for Rennes show. Marketing genius, really. It was only available for sale to people living in Florence.
Seriously, just for Florentines.
Yep. Created instant hyper-exclusivity, made it a symbol of local identity. Very clever. And finally, Richard Mill's RM11 bracelet was already being called a king of cool. Classic shape, but with that super technical, unorthodox face. Worked for men and women. So 2015 was really about pushing boundaries in aesthetics, in extreme precision, and even in how watches were sold and marketed.
What a journey through the last decade. Dancing diamonds, world time globes, watches for one city only. It's just proof that watchmaking is this incredible playground for creativity. Clearly, it's way beyond just telling time now.
Yeah.
It's about imagination, engineering, art, pushing limits.
Exactly. And if you connect all these dots, you see these luxury watches aren't just tools. They really are wearable art. They're feats of micro-engineering. They're symbols, too, of status, sure, but also personal style, maybe achievement. And often they're pretty smart investments. The sheer craftsmanship, the rare materials, the hours involved, it all adds up to lasting value. I mean, think about brands like Audemars Piguet, Cartier, Rolex, Patek, Omega, Hublot. Their pieces often hold or increase in value significantly.
Right, you hear about that all the time.
Yeah, sometimes they're even used as collateral for loans. That tells you something about their financial weight, their cultural significance. At the end of the day, I think they tell a story about us, about human ingenuity, our drive to innovate, and our deep appreciation for precision and beauty that lasts.
Beautifully put. This whole exploration, from secret dials to watches inspired by outer space or even football, it's just shown such an amazing spectrum of creativity. It really is a testament to human imagination and the enduring magic of mechanical things.
And maybe this leaves you, our listener, with something to think about. Here's a question. In a world where the time is literally everywhere, phones, computers, dashboards, what is it about a truly cool, truly unusual watch that still captures our imagination so strongly? What deep human desire does it fulfill? Maybe next time you see an interesting watch, look a little closer. Don't just check the time, look for the story, the artistry ticking away inside.